Maturin, welcome to Cape Town, welcome to Africa Tech Fest. Tell me, what message is Roche sending by putting healthcare at the forefront of the digital conversation?
Thank you, Sarah, for welcoming me. Really glad to be here and attending for the first time the Africa Tech Festival and having for the first time healthcare being part of Africa Tech Festival. Why? Why would we want to bring healthcare at the center of Africa Health Festival? You know, technology, we know, is a multiplier in a lot of things today. What comes in mind, for example, is how M-Pesa, meaning digital money, transform banking, access to financing in Kenya, for example. What we dream for is to see how technology can do the same type of transformation, multiplier effect that we saw between tech and development coming to healthcare.
Why is now the time to invest in digital healthcare?
Yeah, it's time to invest in digital healthcare because we have learned over the last couple of years how much digital healthcare can improve the outcome that we are seeking for in healthcare. Think about COVID, the role that digital help track and then intervene. We have learned it's now the time to apply it into healthcare.
Roche has long been a long-standing partner with health systems in Africa. Talk to us a little bit about how those relationships and those partnerships are transforming with the acceleration of the digital transformation here on the continent.
Look, what comes in mind immediately is the work that we are doing in Kenya. But not only in Kenya, we are working in Tunisia, we are working in Nigeria, and even in South Africa with some partners who have knowledge in technology and see how we bring those knowledge to improve what we are already doing. Right? A good example in mind is our Empower program in Kenya, where initially we have worked with the Kenya ecosystem to create 19 centers for cancer screening, confirmation and treatment. By bringing the digital platform on this network, we are seeing 3 to 4 times more patients today than we used to see in the past. Yeah.
How does a platform like the Africa Tech Festival act as a springboard between yourselves, a company like Roche, and also the healthcare sector across the continent? Why does this form such an important part of that relationship?
Clearly, we have on the platform this week a lot of key players. We have those who will make the Africa of the future, the Africa we want in 2063. Therefore, for us, this is the opportunity to bring healthcare into the conversation that these key players are having. We aim by the end of this week to have identified 1, 2, 3 things that we can do together with those players who are advanced in tech on how we can transform healthcare.
And then finally, what excites you about the future? What excites you about Roche's role in the digital sector on the continent when it comes to healthcare?
Oh, what excites me is the prospect of how we can bring efficiency in the system using technology. What excites me is how concretely bringing digital technology in a patient pathway, let's say breast cancer, for example, will help those patients to know faster whether they have breast cancer or not, to know quickly where they have to go to get their confirmation, and lastly, where to go and get their treatment.
Wonderful to ask you about the future. What excites you about Roche's role in the digital sector on the continent when it comes to healthcare?
Oh, what excites me is the prospect of how we can bring efficiency in the system using technology. What excites me is how concretely bringing digital technology in a patient pathway, let's say breast cancer, for example, will help those patients to know faster whether they have breast cancer or not, to know quickly where they have to go to get their confirmation, and lastly, where to go and get their treatment.